the boys, um, Avi and Embrick, who are, almost as you remember them. Embrick is less emotional,
Less drunk.
less drunk, but just as fiery, pun intended. And you see all your standard equipment, but if you're looking for shields specifically, well, I mean, the first thing you see is this piece of armor. The gambling armor I sent you a long time ago. That's there if you ever want to try that.
Fuck no. Feyre might be a gambler. Z is not a gambler.
But imagine rolling high.
No.
All
What is
right.
this gambler armor? Would you care to enlighten me?
All right. So the gambling armor is essentially armor that's enchanted, right? Has 4 charges. Regain daily at dawn. When you're hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to expend a charge and try your luck. You roll 46. And depending on what you roll, there's 1 of 4 effects. The lowest is the attack counts as a crit. Second lowest is it doesn't do shit. Nothing happens. Second highest is it misses, regardless of the attack roll. And the highest is that the attack misses and the attacker takes force damage equal to half the damage it would have done to you.
Ooh, I'll take that.
I will say that, like,
gambling. How much is it?
High risk, high reward. Oh yeah, by the way, this stuff's expensive.
Yeah, you are willing to take that because you don't take as many hits as I do.
I'll say, Z. I've got 2 shields for you. One of them, if I may get your attention by the image. Feathers.
Verb.
Yep. And just to speed this up, we'll say that Ashley cast Identify on this shit, or you just asked Avi and Embrick, who would tell you what this shit does.
Yeah, she'll ask because she's like, they have to tell me what the enchanted shit does if they want to sell things.
And this is the second one. I would say both of these are expensive. I will tell you that. Oh yeah. But they each have their own gimmick. So they're kind of vibe.
Oh.
And I will say that the
Ooh, that's a big bonus.
I will say that looking at the feather shield is going to be 1,000. The force shield is going to be 1,250.
Oh, that's a lot.
They're pretty good shields.
Ooh, goddamn, that's a good shield. For your information, Kira, we're functioning largely as a pool of gold, group pool of gold, rather than individual gold.
Okay.
We've done that in most of our games because it feels a little bit more fair in some ways.
Also makes bookkeeping a lot easier.
This too. So it's less of the like, hey, I'm 50 short, can I get 50 from you? And then everybody's like, okay, what do I have so I can know what to do? So now everybody just ends up with the same amount.
Mm.
And Izzy has the joint pool in Star Wars.
Communism.
We essentially flavor it as everyone's got their own goal, but they're all just pulling from the same force above table.
Yeah.
Communism at its finest.
Yeah. Insert meme.
Are you actually wanting the gambling armor?
It's a low priority. Actually, can I use armor? That's a good question.
Very good question.
I can use light armor. What is it?
Technically, the thing that she sent me says it's for any armor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I guess an enchantment that can be placed on any of the armor. So
yeah,
theoretically,
it's a low priority. I would take it if we had like a lot of money, but we like low priority.
I'll say it's very rare, so it's also expensive.
Yeah.
But because of the gamble, it's going to be a little cheaper than the other very rare item. It's going to sit at $850 for the gambling armor. I'm going to go ahead and put these prices in handouts.
Well, we can, if this is going to be something that's going to just sit at the shop, we can put that down as like something to come back and buy for people that want it.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Wait.
I really want the fucking Shield of Force, but that's expensive. But
May I remind you?
That's a +4 to my defense. Be fucking real tanky.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I spend that much money on a shield?
I would say let's add Joe and Iris.
Because I love the aesthetics of the wing shield, but just pure mechanics +4 force shield is really good. And then also, I have an idea of how I want to flavor it.
What's the total?
Huh?
What's the total gold you guys have?
1737.
Yes, Iris being a tad late.
They're not going to answer. I hope you know that.
If they don't answer in 5 minutes, I give you executive decision-making powers. You three are now the council.
The council accepts this.
Wisteria, who doesn't even like have a stake in this money. None of it is hers.
But also, you gotta keep in mind, 2 days of the festival and from Archer's Arrows and getting gold from Corey, you made 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
got... We'll get more money. We'll get loaded.
Yeah, you guys got today 1, 2, 3, a total of 4 days left.
4 days? I thought there was only 3 days left.
Okay. Including in-game day.
Hello. Hi.
It's the Iris.
Sorry for being late. It's not intended.
We need stamp of approval, yes or no, on very large purchase for Feyre.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of gold, though.
We have 1,737.
Also, by the way, Iris, we just did some calculations. 1 week at the tavern, we just went ahead and calculated for this week profits. Already including expenses, but also in going in and cashing in 2 days worth of arrows, you guys made 1,100.
Oh, okay.
So we're likely to get another 1,000-ish from the arrows. Probably a little bit more, maybe a little bit more by the end of the week.
Is this the shield of force? Is that what you're looking at?
Yes.
Let's see what it does.
It's a +4 to my AC. I will go from 15 to 19.
By the way, you're welcome. I did go looking for shields for you.
Hey, thank you.
I've been like slowly collecting these in my little armor shop chat.
And I get stabbed a lot.
She does. I would say invest in your tank.
I mean, hey, that means I don't have to use Warden's
Yes.
Fan as
You
much.
don't have a tank. Excuse me, bitch.
We're all rogues.
I am the tank here. I
Just
have the
because-
highest AC. I have the highest HP. I have the temp HP. I'm the tank.
Iris. Feyre is not a tank. She is the group's tank. She is the tank.
Fine, we'll let you take all the stabs. You'll just get beat to a bloody pulp every time.
Well, I figured if we were all rogues, we should try and split the damage.
Why would we do that? That's just
See,
silly.
that's going to require these other motherfuckers to be up close enough to take damage.
Nope. I get in close. As people get close, I'm running away.
Ashley only comes close enough to play a little song and run away again. Clint's over
Yep.
here climbing fucking masts to stay out of the fight. I'm the tank.
Well, we also have Wisteria now. Clerics are pretty tanky, typically.
Wisteria is not tanky at present. But
We are not letting the healer tank.
I mean, I'm just saying, clerics, depending on the domain, can be very tanky. What's your domain?
I don't think this domain is very tanky.
it's her domain is beauty.
We're
I didn't
not
know that was a
letting
domain.
the healer tank.
I didn't even know beauty was a domain. Is there a beauty cleric?
It's a homebrew.
Okay, gotcha.
When I tell you that every single thing about Wisteria is homebrew, I am not lying.
She's not lying.
No, respect.
Both of her subclasses.
Hey. Did you give her fucking access to reaction heal? She
Close
needs
wounds.
access to reaction heal.
I don't know if she knew about it.
I
She
don't know
needs
what that
close
is.
wounds.
You need reaction heal.
We have a first level homebrew spell called Close Wounds, which is basically healing word, but as a reaction
Mhm.
rather than.
It's not a exact homebrew. It's Z essentially translated a bunch of 3.5e spells into 5e.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
So-
a reaction, first level reaction spell. That's what 1d4 plus magic mod.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
So
a reaction, though, so it's really good.
Yeah, it's your oh shit, this person just said they're going down. I have my reaction. Let's keep them from going down.
Yeah.
Alright. Now to figure out where the fuck my plus is. There it is. I can swap healing word over to that if you would like. Would you like that?
And I mean, it's up to you. We were
Yeah.
just saying that is an option.
Yeah, that was us just saying you need, not saying that you have to have it right now, but like that is a homebrew spell that has been kind of universally adopted in this group, that should you like to take that down the road, you should be aware of that. Like, so in the Spelljammer chat, hold on.
It started with button.
Started with button. Yep. So
And
in
then
the
Ashley picked it up, 'cause
Spelljammer
goddamn.
under Z's homebrews, there's
Okay.
the spell master list. Closed Wounds is on that, and if there's other things you like, you might be able to talk to Amy about it.
Yeah, just let me know what you're looking at, and I'll see.
Because
I'll
Feyre
make sure
has
it's not-
Feyre has another thing
Mhm.
from that list currently. She has a Restoration spell.
The answer to homebrew is run it by me first. The answer is most likely yes. I just need to be aware of it.
But, Iris, stamp of approval so that your tank does not die.
I guess. I mean, are there any other items to get that are useful, or is that like the most useful?
Z specifically wants to go shopping for shield. I provided shields from your neighbors, Steam and Steam, Avi and Ember.
Okay.
It's not a shopping episode. It's a, like, I've been talking about needing a shield for the past 4 sessions. And
Mhm.
Then again,
And I found some pretty good ones.
yay.
However, you gotta invest in your tank. Because, again, you guys are gonna get more gold. You guys can hold off on the shield if you really want to, but like these shields you're gonna have them for a long time unless you choose to get rid of them.
Yeah, like, short of this, like, force shield breaking somehow, I don't think I will ever need to buy another shield.
sounds good to me then.
Okay. So we've got 2.5 because Kira's like, sure, whatever.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I agree that investing in the tank is a good idea, and force shields are generally good because force stuff is hard to come by. So, yeah, I don't see any reason why not. It's not my
Yeah.
money.
And either way, Joe would be outvoted.
Yes. Cool.
Democracy.
Democracy.
Oh, democracy.
So Feyre's gonna, like, look at everything she sees. She's like petting the feather shield though. She likes the feather shield. She's like, this one is what I need. And she will buy that.
I figured she'd be tempted by the feather shield.
I'm always fucking tempted by feather shit.
Yep.
That's not an invitation, you two fuckers that are also DMing for me. That is not an invitation.
See, that was a red hair.
To the next encounter.
No, don't make me kill the birds. It's just about as bad as making me kill dogs. Burbs are innocent.
Except that rock.
Yeah, I did throw a rock at you guys.
That fucking rock. Jesus fucking. You know what?
How about we focus on Gone Rogue?
Yeah, let's get this squared away.
I'm working on it. But yes, you guys can continue as I fuck with my character sheet.
Ah, motherfucker, what did I do?
Something bad.
Back. No. Back again. There we go. Now if I go back to the token layer, I want to send all of this to the map layer so I don't accidentally move around all of the labels for your neighbors. There you go. Sweet. Don't mind the green scribbles, that is your lawn. I gave you guys a yard for the dogs.
So what are we doing now? Are we preparing for the next fight? Is that what we were doing?
We went back to
Oh,
the
you know
bar
what?
to, like, tend to the bar for the evening, and then we were going into the next fight. Theoretically, with Wisteria, should Wisteria show up to the bar.
Yeah, she's gonna show up to the bar.
And with that, who'd like to do a very quick little recap? Just to keep posterity's sake on how we start sessions.
Rosette is fucked. That's a recap. Rosette is fucked. We found a new doctor that has antlers.
Yeah.
And she confirmed that Rosette is fucked.
Always good to get a second opinion, though.
Yeah, both the cleric we already knew and the new cleric both looked at Rosette and was like, that's not good.
That's very not good.
But Wisteria could help Rosette kind of deal with it. Not fixing it, just like putting it on pause. If I am understanding it correctly.
Yeah,
That is
she's
accurate. That's very, very accurate.
And then we discovered that Feyre's gambling friend is a friend of Wisteria's, so that's nice. And then she was intrigued by the weird shit that Archer has us doing in the evening. Ta-da!
Volunteered to
Recap.
help out.
Yeah, volunteered to help out / I'm very curious about these demons you say are popping up. So let's go investigate.
Now, is it Mysteria or Wisteria?
Wisteria.
Like with
the
a
plant.
W.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the flower.
Okay.
Mysteria is a goddess. If she was Mysteria, we'd have an issue.
Okay. So, sorry. I just got a text message from my little brother. Your favorite character sucks. I was like, what the fuck? No context, by the way.
Sounds like a little
The
brother.
them fighting. Yeah, that sounds just like a challenge to open combat.
Oh, I see. Yesterday at 4 a.m., he sent me a picture of him watching NCIS. And then today, more than 24 hours later, he says, your favorite character sucks. Okay, I see the context now. So, what the fuck? Whatever. Gonna ignore that. So, you all, we're going back to the tavern to spend the evening preparing / I don't know, eating, / taking in all the information about your friend / coworker / yourself on what the fuck's happening.
Yep.
We're going to say that, you know what? Fuck it. He's not here to argue. Clint's hat actually does get blown away. And it gets swept up in the wind. And he says he'll meet you all later. He has to go chase that down. And he rounds the corner full speed. So he's off literally chasing his hat. As you all make your way back to Troll Skull Manor, which at this point, 'tis evening times. Clint's not there. But Winston is. Winslow, not Winston. Winslow and Baron are here. You know what? No, Winslow went with Clint. It's the fastest you've seen him move, and it's mostly because Clint is running. And Winslow doesn't really have much of a choice.
I'm gonna pull out some of the food that we took from the cleric.
Some
And
of the
begin
extra.
to some of the extra food that we took from, and feed the puppy. Teach
Feed the
puppy
puppy?
tricks.
Teach puppy tricks. Roll animal handling.
Oh, how dare you make me connect something for fluff to a skill?
It's for fun. Baron is in fact a corgi.
Yep.
Things are going as well as you can imagine. However, as the bar gets more and more crowded and populated, he's getting a little distracted, but like with a quick little tap of your fingers, little kissy noises, saying his name a couple times, you get him back on track. You're
Okay.
able. What trick do you want to teach him?
Shake. You gotta do your shake first.
Okay, you teach him shake.
He's a very good punch, because once you teach a dog how to shake, that's also what they learn to do unintentionally.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, then he'll learn how to defend himself.
Time for me to populate the place. Well, because it's evening time, it's dinner time, it's your busy time. I've got so many fucking folders. Jesus Christ, y'all know a lot of fucking people.
We're popular.
You guys are popular. Of course. You guys got Davil and Yagra. Why not? Let's say that... No, they're not here. They're over there. This guy walks in. And then we have... Where the fuck is this... I know I have their token here somewhere. Where the fuck are they? Where? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Ah, yes. Sorry. I gotta fluent here again. And then we'll say this guy's in the corner. And then Wisteria, you are coming, right? I assume you are?
I am indeed coming because otherwise I would just kind of be spectating.
Just double check in case she had some other plans. Of course, Fala joins you, and she immediately goes to the gambling table. What had they have made the gambling table?
Right. Wisteria's going straight to the bar. I don't have a pog, and it's not letting me drag it. That's fine.
Oh no.
Oh, welcome in.
Here you go.
Right. Wisteria nods, opens up a small bag, a pouch at her waist, pulls out a tiny carved antler that appears to have been carved from like horn or something. It's very well made. Definitely not money. And puts it on the counter expectantly. And she goes, "All right, dark and stormy, please."
One dark and stormy coming right up.
See Feyre just kind of like squint at the antler, look at Mysterious, squint back at the antler again. Don't suppose you got any story behind that little thing right there?
Oh, this one of my clients sold it to me. I figured it was a nice enough piece to pay for a pint or so.
She just like head side to side. Figuring that you got a friend here all squared away, or at least kind of squared away from what I understand. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I suppose we can let you off on a few pretty cheap pints here.
Of course, if anybody ends up a wee bit green around the gills, I'd be happy to help as well.
Well, you're already helping Rosette, so I don't see a problem with this. And he pours you a cup and hands it to you.
Mysteria downs the whole thing with astounding speed.
Figure just kind
Oh,
of lets
you've
out a
got
little
quite
whistle.
a taste. Yeah.
Don't suppose you learned that at
You've
the
got quite the
fucking.
taste there. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
Saying that's just, you've got quite the appetite for it. It's all.
Oh, do you know? Whiskey's delicious.
I've heard it called many things, but delicious isn't one of them.
Then you've been talking to the wrong people.
People usually don't drink alcohol for the drink. If you catch my drift.
Wisteria, her brows kind of raise a little bit, and she tilts her head. Do they know?
No, they drink to get drunk.
Oh, well, there's the problem. I kinda get drunk.
Well, Peter, try some honey wine. Sprinkles really tend to like this.
Wisteria digs out another little bauble from her pouch and puts it on the counter. This time, it is a collector's edition commemorative coin.
Okay. Yeah.
And she picks up the honey wine and again downs it very quickly. Oh, that's not bad, though.
You know, even if you don't get drunk, shouldn't you try to like savor the drink? Like, I think it's supposed to touch your tongue to get any like sense of flavor.
But why would I do that? This way, I can drink more drinks. It's more efficient.
Can't argue with her there.
Ashley gives up. He's not winning this. He understands.
Fear just like picks up the antler between two fingers. When this like fucking coin comes out, she again kind of squints at it, picks it up, turns it over in her hands, and then will turn towards the empty space where I'm assuming Liv is. I think we might be wanting to get a box or something for all this.
We can always get a shelf going if they look nice enough.
Slowly, a like empty like milk crate just gets like moved from behind the bar.
The bauble collector.
Bauble collector, yeah. It like Lip essentially makes space for like where this barrel is right here, kind of gets shifted a little bit. So now this box is just tucked right under there. Coincidentally, right on the opposite side of where Wisteria is sitting.
Stashes the weird shit.
I'll say it's about 7:30 p.m. at this point. Feyre, you already did your shop.
Yes. Nice
And
shiny bracer on her arm.
Got the new drip. And things are essentially in full swing now. You see, Finny is doing her job, going around, taking orders, bringing the drinks back where Lift makes them, behind the bar, and puts them out. Finny takes them to each table. You see that, like, Yagra has moved from here to here. Kind of crawled into this table here. These three are... You can imagine what they're doing. And it's pretty... It's not, like, rowdy, but, like, it's pretty busy. Considering that the festival just ended and the festival crowd are essentially going home / going to different restaurants to go finish the evening. Now, remind you that on the very conveniently placed posters that you guys were given, today's date equates to Selfless Universal Love Day.
Just like giving random gifts and making people happy, right?
That's what you saw during the festival day itself, but the festival day is over now. People are going home, winding down, and now it's just a very happy time as people are chit-chatting away, drinking, eating, telling stories, merrymaking, bonding. At least most of them. These three still insist on gambling.
As soon as... Ooh.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh.
As soon as Feyre can manage to trap one of the others behind the counter to assume the pretend drink making, that they have to around Liv, Feyre will make her way towards the gambling table.
Who does she trap? Who wants to get trapped behind to pretend to be bartender?
Since we don't have a Clint.
Yeah, we don't got a Clint. We got a Rosette and an Ashley. Or maybe even a Whist. If Farrah wants to bring in someone who's not connected to this. Yep.
Nope. She's a little concerned that Wisteria will not ask for money.
He will not. You're right about that.
Feyre's not going to argue with the person that's helping Rosette about getting money from her, but she does want money for the bar from everybody else.
You don't wanna make me roll more on this bauble generator?
I was wondering if you had a whole fucking list. Oh, I see Rosette's moving.
Rose will man the station.
Man the station. Awesome. Pretend to be bartender while Liv is just invisible making the drinks.
Yep.
Feyre immediately skirts back around. Fucking kicks Yager out of her seat. Go back to the other side of the table, bitch. My seat.
Manning the table. Okay, cool. What's Whist and Ashley doing? You guys got like a couple hours to kill.
Ashley,
I feel like we could talk about stuff if you wanted.
Sure, if you'd like.
Yeah. And Rosette can be there too, because she's essentially standing there pretending to make drinks.
That would be something if Wisteria can figure out there's a fucking ghost there.
Yeah, that would be true.
I was able to figure it out from context clues here, but I didn't know, certainly. So
yes, Kira. Above table, Liv is a ghost. This is the ghost that haunts the tavern. And he is currently transparent, but all of the party, minus Whist, who just got here, is aware of him.
Mm-hmm.
And usually Clint is our pretend barkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's Rosette. So honestly, Iris, can you have Rosette roll me a sleight of hand?
I imagined with Feyre behind the bar originally, there wasn't necessarily a whole bunch of pretend bartending, because Feyre actually knows how to make drinks and doesn't try to be flashy like Clint is. Mm-hmm. But then she gets antsy, keeps wanting to go over to the gambling table until Rosette comes around the table.
Yeah, Iris, does Rosette know how to bartend / make drinks?
No.
Okay, does she know how to make a drink?
Does she know how to what?
Make a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the drink she knows how to make?
I don't know alcoholic drinks.
I mean, the type of drink. Like, is it like a fucking? Is she at the skill level of rum and coke, or can she make like a simple cocktail, or can she only pour out like a water and that's it?
She can make a simple cocktail. She can mix ingredients. Like, she's cooked and stuff.
Yeah,
she's never bartended.
Yeah,
big difference.
She knows how to make the 2 drinks that she drinks.
Yeah. So fucking Rosette, you see Finny come back and drop off tickets with Finny herself has gone through the trouble of numbering all the tables. There's a whole little chart and shit she made because she's the best employee. And she gives you a whole fucking pile of fucking drink tickets. All of these, you're like, these are fucking drinks? What the fuck? Never heard of these in your fucking life, right? One of them you do recognize though. You're like, oh, I know how to make this. This is cool. Okay. Someone just wants a gin and tonic. Simple, right? It's gin and this tonic. Right? And Liv under the counter, because I imagine that the bar comes to about chest height? Like elbow height, right? You always see barkeeps lean on the bar with their elbows. That's the height I imagine. And I imagine there's like a second shelf slash counter area a foot below that where things are stored. And you see lift right below Rosette, or right next to you essentially, is mixing the drinks and making them on there. And he's making them, you hear the clink clink of the glasses, and he kind of, once it's done, he kind of slides it right in front of you for you to bring up and place on top of the bar. Where Finney comes around with a tray. And he like hands you the ticket, essentially just like, here, these 3 drinks for this ticket, done, right? For Rosette to bring up onto the counter, put on Finney's tray for her to bring to the table. And I would like to have Rosette roll sleight of hand.
Okay.
And I'd like to see Whist roll perception
All
to
right.
see if she can notice there's a lot of drinks coming out that it does like there's not enough movement.
Sorry, I don't know how to turn advantage off.
Just go with the first one.
Okay, sorry.
The first one. A 13.
A lot of us roll with advantage just all the time,
Yeah.
so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we always just go with the first one.
Rosa's good at keeping up appearances.
Yeah. She's like, I imagine that like she sees the bar spoon stirring and she's like mimicking the motion a little bit so that it matches the sounds. And that there's enough movement from her to like explain why there's suddenly 3 drinks.
Maybe have a mage hand also, like, in the mix kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a little showy.
Yeah, it's a little showy. I just want to see if Wiz could notice that there's something up here.
No, she's a little too busy scarfing down an absurd number of cocktails.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna become a bar game. See how much she actually can drink.
Jesus.
Nope, that's the new form of gambling. Feyre has found a new game to trick people with.
And you don't want to get the gambling armor.
That
It's
is
actually-
gambling
Character.
with gold. It's not gambling with my life.
Actually, something's kind of clicked in his head, and he kind of turns back to a story. Wait, fairies can't get drunk?
Well, most fairies can. And if they can't, they like to pretend, but me, I can't.
Alright, I'll be right back. Just 1 minute. He's gonna go get sprinkles.
You're gonna fucking go get Sprinkle?
Yeah, because she's got something explained to do, because every time I give her honey one, she's just like passed out drunk. So now Ashley's on the case. He's detected an anomaly.
Alright. Fucking Ashley just fucking turns heel and marches upstairs to his room. You open your room, and oh yeah, Sprinkle had an assignment.
How is the assignment going?
Let's see. Not that great.
Oh.
But she has cleared out a bunch. It's kind of surprising how much she has cleared out. But you must remember she is a fairy.
She is tiny.
She's very tiny.
Okay.
But there is like she has essentially before the entire room was covered in glitter, and we had like the 5 foot by 5 foot pile on Ashley's bed, and the entire room was covered in a fine dust. She has opened up the window, and you see the 5 foot by 5 foot pile has shrunken. It is now a 4 foot by 4 foot pile, and she has also cleared all of the other surfaces. So now there is just the pile. And
Okay.
also a small 1 foot by 1 foot pile on the floor. That was all scattered around the room.
Okay, she gets.
She's
a
passed out
pass.
on the shelf. In her little makeshift bed that she made.
He's just gonna like scoop her up and bring her downstairs to the stereo. Like, explain this.
Fucking scoop her up. You just hear just like a small snore as she just like rolls over. fetal position. She has taken like a what's it called? Pin cushion, and it looks like she has sewed on buttons, some very tiny buttons onto it, and she has made herself what looks to be a big stuffed animal. And so she is hugging, like full body hug. Am I taking inspiration from my own strawberry pincushion on my desk? Yes, I am. But it has a lopsided little face on it now. And she just like arms and legs wrapped around it. She's knocked. She's dead asleep as you pick her up.
He'll come and set the fairy down in front of her, in front of Wisteria, like, because this one gets drunk within like a second.
Does Wisteria know this fairy?
Yes,
It was
she
a
does.
messenger for Titania.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wisteria would know this fairy. This is Sprinkle. She's in the NPC chat, and she's in the Ashley NPC folder. This is Sprinkle Hairfeather. Which you haven't seen her in a very long time, for multiple reasons. But you would know her that she is, Wish would actually know a bit more than Ashley, actually. Sprinkle is the head messenger for Queen Titania.
Oh God.
And also a hot mess.
And last time you saw her, it was always delivering things and taking messages for Titania, zipping here and there, delivering messages orally, packages, letters, writing down letters for Titania as she dictated them. She was always cordial and always very friendly, but she always took her work very seriously. You always knew her as very loyal to Queen Titania.
I see.
And here you see her passed out. Slightly, she's got like bits of glitter on her clothing, hugging this strawberry pincushion that now has buttoned face and eyes.
Wisteria, who is in the middle, has just like finished another one of her exceedingly large cocktails. Just the same rictus grin spreads across her face, you know? The customer service smile with the dead eyes.
I know that smell.
She looks down at Sprinkle and she looks up at Ashley and clears her face. Well, you're looking for my professional opinion. She's a bit wee. So, of course she can't handle nothing. But, don't you think it's a bit mean to mess with her sleep like that? Shouldn't she go back to wherever she was sleeping?
Well, like, she's not waking up, right?
Oh, but imagine if she did, though. There's so much going on. She might be overwhelmed.
She stirs and she like yawns and stretches.
Where's the loo?
Do we have a bathroom here?
Yes, of course you do. It's not on the map, but it's there.
Well, I've never seen it.
We'll tap the table and point any direction.
Wisteria gets up and immediately leaves to the bathroom.
Huh, what was that about?
Yeah. Oh, how do I shrink her?
You have to turn the grid off. If you have grid on, then you can't shrink the token smaller than the grid.
Fine. Turn the grid on.
There you go.
Make her still readable and seeable, but smaller. So Whisk goes to the bathroom. I imagine she almost collides with Finny. Because Finny was coming back with like a new empty drinks as Whisk just like brushes past her.
Yep.
Huh, I wonder why she was. She must really had to go. That's she drinking so many drinks. No wonder.
Very, very conveniently, as soon as Wisteria is out of sight, Sprinkle, who has been slowly stirring, opens her eyes. Very convenient, I know.
I thought I heard somebody I
morning.
knew.
Like she's like rubbing her eyes, and she's like, what day is it? All I know
It's
is glitter.
Tuesday.
All I know is glitter. There's so much glitter. There's like a lot of glitter.
Welcome back to the waking world.
She's like slowly coming to. She's sitting like crisscross applesauce. She has pulled the strawberry plushie into her lap, and she's like propping her chin on top of it as she like settles to like face both like Ashley and Rosette. So she is facing this way, essentially. It's like, good morning. Good morning. I think.
It's probably more like good afternoon for you, because I think you just did a bunch of work and I went to bed, but it's still the same day.
Oh. And she sees that she's at the bar and there's lots of people. She's like, oh. And she turns to the bar and her eyes lock onto the honey wine. Her eyes go wide.
Before you go
Save the honey
drunk,
wine.
I wanted. Yeah, before you go drunk again, I wanted to introduce you to somebody, but they went to the restroom real quick, so I guess we'll wait for them.
Oh. Okay. Can I have water?
Yeah, give you some water.
Lift
I'm
just
so
like
sorry.
takes a tiny little cup. You guys actually, Rosette, roll me a perception.
Okay.
Poor Wist.
I'm so sorry. You didn't say don't introduce her, so Ashley's just like, oh, what was that
No,
about?
this is totally fine. It's fine.
You're a fairy. I know a fairy. You're from the Feywild. I know someone from the Feywild. Rosette, you notice out of the corner of your eye, a cabinet opens and closes. And you just barely notice what looks like a very bright pink box that looks like Lif has opened and closed and kind of tucked away and hid a little bit.
No.
Do you investigate further?
He's trying to hide it, right? He's
Well,
trying to
not
be
really.
discreet.
A little bit, but not more than usual for him being in ghost mode. But you just notice that, like, he opens the cabinet, there's a very bright pink box. He closes the cabinet. And it's,
yeah.
like, over here, I think. Is where
Okay. So she'll finish whatever drink she was pretending working on, head over there, and discreetly look at what was there. Curious.
And you see what looks to be a very, very old as fuck wooden box. And you saw it was pink out the corner of your eye, but as you look at it closer, you see that it's not pink, or it's pink now, but it didn't used to be. You see that the paint has faded in it in bits and pieces. You see that it used to be red. And as you pull out the box to inspect it, you see that it's a box of old toys.
Of old what?
Toys.
Oh.
Oh,
And-
I know where this is going.
And as you see, the toys are pretty basic toys. They're pretty like old-fashioned ones. And you see, there looks to be some of them that look more disturbed than others. All of these toys skew more feminine, as if they're little girl toys. And you see that inside of this big box, which is about the size of, like, I don't know how to describe this. Your average, the surface area of your average nightstand. You know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty wide box.
So like 3 shoe boxes.
Yeah, essentially. And inside of it is a smaller box and looks to be a doll set. Very, very old fashioned, but very well kept. And inscribed on it is a name in Elvish. Inscription in Elvish. I assume Rosette speaks that.
Yes, she does.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. I have the name here somewhere. You see, inscribed on it is essentially in Elvish, Little Limsy. And it's just a doll set. And you can see missing from this set is some furniture and a kitchen set. And you see, as you look back out, you see that Liff essentially places down next to Sprinkle doll-sized cups
Uh,
and a little pitcher of water. I will put let me see if I am spelling this right. No. That's the inscription on the box. But yes, Liff is giving Sprinkle doll toy furniture so that she doesn't have to drink out of a thimble anymore.
Oh,
so put the box back, hide it how it was before, and I don't know, grab maybe a glass or something or a bottle that was nearby.
There's like a fancy glass in there.
Just, make it look like she wasn't snooping.
Yeah, no. She wasn't
I don't
snooping. No. And it's just a waiting game for Whisk now. It's like, yeah.
Whisk is oh, sorry.
As more of pretending to make drinks / making drinks ensues. Whisk, how are you doing over there?
She is doing great. She's actually kind of peeking out from around the corner of the bathroom, just watching. She's taking a breath, like, there's, mentally she's like, there's no way, it'll be fine, and she's just kind of like, she paces further into the bathroom, pep talks herself a little, walks out, stops at the threshold, leans over, peeks, then has to go back in.
no.
I imagine that this staircase leads to a hallway where, like, the bathrooms and then further upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sense of it not being on the map in my head.
They never put bathrooms on these maps.
No.
The staircase by the gambling table?
Yep.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I don't know. Do we have a bathroom?
It's because technically, if we're going full medieval, no, they don't. But nobody wants to deal with full medieval, so yes, they do.
Exactly.
And it's immersion
We can
breaking to have a toilet.
Mm-hmm. So, It's just off screen. Just around the corner, up these stairs a little bit. I'm going to see. If anyone can notice Wisp behavior here. Alright, let's go right to left, actually, for these people here. Boop, boop. Okay, this is just very fitting. Feyre, your gambling table, it's about what you expected from last time. Though a little less extreme. It looks like they don't have as much money as they did before, because it's only been a few days. Except for Floon.
Man's got cash.
Yeah, Floon's got fucking cash. And Fala and Yager are a little salty about it. Just a little bit, though.
Don't worry.
But they're like keeping...
Feyre
they're
is
keeping
too, but at least
bet
he's
low.
been giving Feyre money.
But they're just like keeping the bet low enough. They're like, okay, no, only putting like 10 gold. No, Floon, we're not putting 20 gold on our first bet. What the fuck are you doing? And Vera, you notice Whist walks past up these stairs to the bathroom. And then another game around happens, right? And while Whist is doing her like, you know, like peering around the corner, pacing back and forth, peering around the corner, you see Fala's like ears twitch a bit. And she kind of like perks her head up, and she kind of like tilts her head down to look down the hallway. Is Whist trying to hide?
She's trying not to be spottable, but she's fairly brightly colored and antlered, so I don't know how well that's going for her right now.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter how successful she is. We will decide that with a roll. Is she trying to hide?
She's trying a little.
Okay, roll stealth.
Okay. Fucking...
Okay, she's very brightly colored. Because Fala got a 19. It's very fitting that it was Fala that got the highest one. And Feyre, you just see this battle across Fala's face. As she like looks up, she spots Whist, who like darts back around the corner. As she looks down at her hand, she looks up at the hallway, looks back down at their hand. You just see their shoulders kind of just slump a little bit. They take a deep breath, just like, I'm out. Puts their hand down, flat down on the table. Just rises from their chair.
Feyre just kind of like eye narrowing, watching this happen. You sure about that? Really don't seem like you want to be.
Yeah. I kind of don't, but there'll be more games. There'll be more games. There'll be more games.
What's wrong?
Don't know yet. I'm gonna figure that out, because I'm a good friend who throws away a good hand, because I'm a great friend. I'm gonna be back in a bit.
Feyre just like looks down at the hand that was folded, looks back up at Fala. What's got being a good friend do with anything about gambling? You ain't got no friends when you're gambling. I ain't friends with Yaga right now.
You hear like a fucking like scuff.
You ain't my friend, you know that.
Sorry, I haven't done Yager voice in a fucking hot minute. As she just kind of scuffs. She's like, well, I'm not friends with the lightweight, so yeah.
Feyre just like rolls her eyes. See, the fact that you keep having to like go back to lightweight, which you know is verifiably wrong, just shows that you need to. For as much as you gamble, why are you not better at this?
Well, there's like and she pauses. She looks down at her hand. And she she like freezes for a second, looks down at her hand, and then she like puffs her chest up. She's like, "What do you mean? I'm the greatest at gambling. I'm like the best."
Aren't you the one that puts a limit on how much we gamble?
Feyre just grins and looks back over her shoulder towards Davil. I think your employee's gonna be needing a little bit more.
He is sipping his fucking old fashioned as he's like reading the fucking newspaper. He is just like, well, she's busy for the next week, so that's good for her. Yagra is, oh my god, she's gonna double down, and she's just like, no, I'm so good at gambling. I win so much money all of the time.
Feyre just slowly shakes her head and lets the game continue. One player fewer.
And Floon, whose inside is fucking jack shit, fucking throws down like 10 more gold onto it. And he's he's the only one buying Yakra's shit. As he like kind of like, you see him like also puff up his shoulders a bit as he kind of just like moves in place a little bit, like he's psyching himself up. And he's just like, okay, I'm a good gambler too. I'm a good gambler too. I got this. I can win this. I can win this. As Fala steps away from the table, the regret on her face as she sees the fucking 2 chuckle fucks she just left. And just a sigh as she picks up her shit and walks around the corner to go see, pokes her head around the corner to see Whist.
Whist is on an out cycle at this time and actually manages to get like a foot past the threshold before she spots Fala and kind of smiles, kind of winces, her shoulders slump a little bit. Oh, are you all done gambling?
For now, I am. I just wanted to see what's what's wrong with you.
Wrong? Oh, there's... Oh, everything's all right. There's no need to worry
Bullshit.
about...
You're pacing really loudly, and I don't think that's, normal for you. And I've seen you peek your head around this corner 5 times. So, do you owe, like, you don't really deal in money? Do you owe, like, I don't know, a rock or something?
Well, you see, and from her pouch, she pulls out an improbably sized, like a little collapsible tube that's steel. And she kind of, extends it out, and it's a flute. And she hands it to Fala, and she goes, "Well, maybe you could use this on your next round of gambling, eh? It's a flute. Only when you blow into it, it doesn't make flute sounds. It makes sounds of everything else, though."
Yeah, I don't know if Feyre's gonna accept this.
It's a bonny flute.
But it's not gold.
sell it, surely.
But you'd also have to go into bartering and actually finding someone to buy it, for actual gold and actual like money. But you know what? That's besides the point. What are you hiding from exactly?
She kind of looks around and takes a look toward the bar, and then kind of just picks up a drink menu, which I'm assuming is somewhere, and just picks it up in front of her face. It's more a matter of who, really.
Okay, who are you hiding from? Cause I mean, I don't really see anyone here worth hiding from. I mean, there's that weird apple guy, but he's just eating something in the corner.
Oh, there's. Hello. Uh, Asteria points vaguely in the direction of the bar, but she does this by, tilting her head somewhat, so it's still covered by the bar menu.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Well, there's someone there from back home. We have a bit of history. She might recognize me or recognize my sister."
Question for you, Kira. How much does Fala know about Wist's sister?
I will say that Wist has never spoken a kind word about her sister, but they haven't necessarily been unkind.
All right, let me see. How ride or die is Fala? Wait, like you're like shitty sister?
I wouldn't say shitty. She might hear you, but yeah, I that one.
Fala is going to look at the bar where they just see Ashley and Rosette. Cause Sprinkle is really small, and Sprinkle's sitting on the bar. And Lift's invisible. Baron's a corgi.
There's not that many options here.
There's not that. Affinity walking back and forth. She's everywhere. And Fala is just like, I don't really get it, but why are you just hiding then? If you don't want to like be here, you could leave, or you could just talk to them. You have two options here, and well, I suggest the staying here part because I need to make up what I lost.
Wisteria takes a breath, and then she's sort of, you can see the gears turning of her trying to psych herself up. And she's like, right, hi. It's easy as can be. Also, I just got to do a bit talking. That's not too bad. I can do a bit of talking. It's not too bad at all. Uh, what are the odds? She'll remember me at any rate. Not very high.
I don't really know the odds, but which one do you want it to be?
This prompts a look of genuine introspection from her. I didn't can. Which one's worse? I guess maybe it might be nice if somebody remembered me. She looks back at the bar again, takes a breath. Aye, it might be nice. It might be nicer after all. I could do this.
Yeah, you can do this. And with that, Fala is going to like throw an arm around Wiss's shoulder and just kind of pull her forward, pull her out of the fucking corner that she was ducking behind. It's like, yeah, you're gonna go and you're gonna talk to the person and you're gonna take that chance and not sit here in the corner. and then I'm gonna go back to my game, and you can take this flute back. I don't need that.
Are you sure? I also
I'm-
had this.
I'm sure.
I also have this guidebook, she says, and she pulls out a slightly out of date guidebook. This might be useful.
If it's not money, I'm not interested.
She sighs and she then just kind of reaches over and she hugs Fala. Thank you.
Paula kind of like pauses for a second before they hug back.
Mhm.
They're like, okay. Well, I gotta get back to my game and make back what I lost because someone here was hiding in a corner and I lost a great hand.
I'm sorry.
Then you can say sorry by taking your fucking food back and by going to talk to the whoever this is. I don't know. A ghost? Probably. I don't see anyone there, but go. Push.
Yep. Wisteria will head on over. I am expecting a grocery delivery shortly, so I might have to step away. It's not here yet, but just letting you know.
It's okay. We have a Joe now. And we also have
Hey.
Rosette and Ashley sitting at the bar with Sprinkle and an invisible Lift. We also have Farah running the game of just Yagra and Floon before Fala comes back. And
You just, as Wisteria's coming by, and you see Feyre catches sight of Fala there, you just hear Feyre immediately so you're gonna decide to just stop hiding in the corner and actually come back to the game? No more chickening out?
takes their seat. I'm not chickening out. Deal me in. Also, Yagra won. And that just fucking... She's just like, I was right. I am a good gambler. I was telling you guys.
Gotta be right back.
Okay. All this is happening. Joe, welcome to the party.
Hello. Sorry, I'm late.
What? Oh, not you, Joe. Go back to bed. I just hear a woo behind me. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You're too cute.
He's losing it.
God, I love you. Go back to bed, darling. I would say we could have a brief. Joe, I did go with the excuse on the way back to Troll Skull Manor. Clint's hat got swept away by the wind.
Had to chase it with
Had to chase it, dragging a
Yep.
Winslow along with him.
awesome. Good excuse. Totally
Mhm.
fair.
Because he would chase his hat.
100%. And he would
Okay.
take Winslow too.
Mhm. Now, with your permission,
Mm-hmm.
while we are waiting for Kira to get back, quick little mini Clint mission.
Okay.
Get that.
Get the hat.
Oh shit.
Gotta get the hat.
Gotta get
Wanna
the
hop
car.
over to Waterdeep. It's busy. Clint has to fight against the crowds leaving the festival. Hold on, how do I change? Board color, black. Alright. Right off the bat, Joe, I want you to roll acrobatics.
Hell yeah.
As you have to dodge and weave in between peoples. And
It's not a nat 1.
it's not a nat 1, but it's pretty
It's a-
fucking close. How polite
It's a
is
nat
Clint?
2. When he... Well... Not very.
Okay.
Like, in his mind, he thinks he's being pretty polite by giving people ample warning of, like, half a second before he runs into them.
All right. Clint, as you round the corner, your hat gets swept away. You see it in the wind. It's followed by a couple of leaves, very, very conveniently showing the direction it's going to.
Clint
And you
is-
round the corner, and out comes. It looks like a nursing home just let out of people coming back, and there are so many very slow old people on the sidewalk and the street as they're
Oh.
crossing.
stops, just tries to find a spot, like an open spot that he can slip through. Just like, can I just need to get, let me just, like, poking up and around. And then takes a step back and just goes, fuck it. And we'll pull out the grappling hook and just start shooting it over people.
Okay. Oh shit, let's go. Roll acrobatics with advantage.
Let's go.
And try to catch up to your fucking hat. You tried to be polite, but they wouldn't move. You like, can I get around? And just like one old man with a walker just slowly turns. He like points like a finger up to his ear in like a hand gesture of he can't hear you. What did you say?
As the dude's putting his hand to his ear, Clint is raising the grappling hook and fires it. Like, not intentionally right next to the dude's head. I don't know how loud it is.
You can't hear regardless, man.
Hell yeah.
Here you go and you soar. What is he doing with this grappling hook exactly? Like, what are your intentions here?
Gonna shoot it past the hat,
Mhm.
and then catch it on the way as I pass it.
Okay.
Like, the goal is to not miss it as I fly by it, and
What do
then
you
land
think
on the roof.
What do you think the deck score of your hat is?
A hat,
This is going to be
Hat in the
contested
wind?
rolls.
a lone hat in the wind, it would probably
Yep.
be a stupidly high dex.
Yep.
It'd probably
What's
be
Clint's
really
dex?
high. Clint's dex, I think, is 18? Yeah, his dex is 20.
Just
Okay, we're just
add
gonna
that
give it
to the
plus
list
5.
of fucking quotes from a D&D game I never thought I would hear. What do you think the dex of your hat would be?
I never thought I'd ask that too, but
Clint would obviously not use a hat that had less than a 16 dexterity.
Hello,
yeah,
I'm
we're
back.
just welcome back. We're doing Clint's adventure chasing his
Apparently,
hat.
clothes have dex scores, Kira. Did you know that?
For context, I just asked Joe, what do you think the deck score of your hat is?
I think the
I
minimum
think it's a
dex
20.
of it. I was gonna say 24.
A 24?
A strength of 0, but a dex of 24.
You know what? Sure, yeah. There's gonna be what, a plus 7?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay, so
Ooh.
hold up. Is this hat like aerodynamic? Like, is it like
It's in the
built to
wind.
fly?
Yeah.
If it's then like
It's, an-
Hat.
it's being swept away by the wind, so it's getting natural bonuses, you see.
Yeah, exactly. Plus also, this is Clint's trusty hat.
Yeah. Provides him no bonuses. In fact, it would actually be mechanically more beneficial for the hat to be its own functional character.
Ratatouille?
Oh my god.
Oh fuck! Write that down. All right.
You tell me a cow's piloting this boy?
you mean Hatatouille?
Oh my god. Okay. Trying to get back on track a little bit, as much as I can with this little mini segment here. The hat got a 21.
Yeah, that tracks.
So, Clint, using your grappling hook, you fly past the hat, and as you go to reach out for it, there's a sudden down or an upwind, right? As the wind hits one of the taller buildings in this area and goes straight up, and it shoots right past you.
Clint like flying through the air to the building past it. Like as he goes to grab it and the wind lifts it up, he is realizing like, oh right, if I come at it really fast with a gust of wind, it might blow the hat a little bit. And he swipes, misses, and he just goes, dang it, I need to compensate for the wind. And he starts like holding a finger and a thumb to make like the shape of an L so that he can position himself and aim. And he's just going to keep ziplining at these just oblique angles to try and catch the hat. Or he'll just actually he's up high. He'll jump down and try to grab it. Just try to jump down and grab it before as he's tumbling to the ground.
Okay. So he goes to try and grab it. Roll me acrobatics again.
Hup. That's much better.
Okay, let's see. And oh, he got a 24. Just barely. Your tips of your fingers just touched the brim of it, and for a second you think you got it.
Just
But then you
shoot
remember
the fucking hat.
Slow motion, like tongue sticking out, reaching as far as he possibly can, like, and then he misses it and he just goes, dang.
And you said he's falling?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Literally,
Okay.
I imagined him jumping off of a roof to try and grab it.
Okay. Clint, I want you to roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
That is the least expected kind of roll I would have guessed from this. Let's fucking go. Yeah. 2.
Okay. So, Clint, as you are falling, and your fingers just barely touch the hat, right? And you see it just wisp down a long street, going straight forward, right? But you are not going forward, you are going down. Straight down. And as you're falling, all of a sudden, you get another flashback.
It's a bad time for a flashback.
This is a bad time for a flashback. However, it's thematic. So,
True.
all of a sudden, Clint, you're falling in this city. You're probably like 3 stories up, right? Fucking
Mhm.
dead drop. You blink, and all of a sudden, you're falling again, but you're not falling in a city. You're falling in a forest. And you're falling out of a tree. You don't remember why you're in the tree. Actually, as you look up and you look around, you see, oh, as you're falling, you see your hat sitting on a very tall tree branch. And your hands were reached out for it before you started falling. This has happened before.
I see.
And as you're falling and you look down, you see that the ground is coming up a lot faster than you thought. You see the forest floor. It's very rocky. You're noticing this area. There's not a lot of grass. In fact, you see a lot of thorn bushes. And as you're preparing yourself, as you're bracing yourself, you see a flash of brown and gray. As all of a sudden, rather than meeting this thorn bush you thought you were going to meet, you feel a arm around your side. As very, very, very quickly, and it kind of hurts a little bit from how, like, the brute force of it, but you feel an arm wrap around your waist and yank you. And you open your eyes, and you see, once again, Maya. Only, she's not like she's flying. She, as far as you remember, she can't fly. What the fuck? No, you look down, and she's riding a horse. She caught you and dragged you onto the back of her horse. That's flying full speed in order to catch you. And as she pulls on the reins and brings the horse to a stop, she looks back. And you see her and you see the horse, and then your vision comes back, and you're about to hit the city streets again. You see that crowd of fucking elderly people stop and are pointing. And Clint, you see a flash of brown. And you land like stomach and back first on the back of a horse. No person riding it, just a horse.
Oh. Is it the same horse?
As you look and it's the same like brittle. And you look, it's the same dark brown and light brown speckled pattern on the horse. And it looks back at you for a second as it like skids to a stop. Not a stop, a stop. A halt. Fuck. Whatever. And it is, in fact, the same horse. But it's by itself. And you see the horse turns and you see your hat going down the road, flying in a very quick wind down the street.
Clint like looks at the horse and looks around. He doesn't see that woman, Maya, anywhere.
Nope, just the horse.
So he looks at the horse, and he's been on a horse before.
Mhm.
So he'll look at the hat, look at the horse, and then like awkwardly whip himself around so that he is sitting upright in the riding position. And he's just gonna fucking grab the reins on the bridle and like pat the horse and be like, "Okay, buddy, showtime." He'll kick the horse in action. He's gonna fucking chase the hat on the horse.
All right. As you go and you take the reins and you lead this horse, the horse listens to you. And as you grip the reins, you feel a warmth around your neck as your amulet glows and just feels very warm against your chest. And so do the reins, that same warmness. As you start racing down the street. Roll me another acrobatics at advantage.
Yeah, let's fucking go. I've got 1 horsepower.
Holy shit.
Let's fucking go.
And it got a 15.
You're not
How
getting
does
away this
Clint-
time.
Yeah, how does Clint catch his hat?
Clint will ride the horse, like following after it underneath it, and then he will slowly but surely like start to stand up on the saddle as the horse is going, and he'll reach up and pluck the hat from the wind and put it right back on top of his head where it should be, right where it belongs.
All right. Clint, you got your hat back.
And I got a horse.
Yeah, you have a horse now.
But it's sad because it's sad. Maya's gone. Whomever Maya is.
And I think the pattern that you're trying to describe is called Appaloosa.
Pattern.
Appaloosa.
What?
Somebody who used to work with horses. Appaloosa.
Oh, you mean the horse pattern?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Probably. Appaloosa. Yeah, pretty much. It's brown with lighter brown spots. That's about right.
Hell yeah.
Pretty horse. I will say, Clint, you don't remember its name.
Clint is going to check the actual, like, I can't remember what it's called. It's not just the bridle, but the saddle and like all of the
Tack?
stuff, the pack.
No, tack
word
with a
for
T.
it? Tack.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's a word for like all of the adornments that go on a horse, and I can't remember the word for it.
Tack.
Girding? Gerding? I can't remember. But he's going to check the saddle and the tack and all the other bits around it. There's no name written on any of those, are there? I assume probably not. Or if anything, it might be Maya.
Roll me a luck check. It's D20.
Straight D20.
Mm-hmm.
9.
You see there is an inscription on it, but it's so faded you cannot make it out. You can get one word out. One letter out. And that's a C.
C. Then he will, like, he sees the letter C, and then will plop back down on the horse. He's like, well, I'm sorry, but I don't know your name, fella. And he stops, and he'll dismount the horse, check if it is a fella.
It is.
Gotcha.
It is.
Not very pleased with himself, correctly assessing the gender of the horse on the first try. But he pets the horse and be like, I'll call you, maybe Clint Jr. That's also the C.
God.
Or maybe Clyde. Do you like Clyde? No, pat the horse. Is there any reaction from the horse?
An exhale through the nose.
He nods and then pats the horse again and just goes, I'll take that as a yes. But he will ride Clyde back to, now with Hat in tow, he will ride back to the, I can't remember the name of the bar.
Troll Skull.
The Troll Skull Manor. Yes, thank you.
All right. Little quick Clint aside. He got his hat. He's on his way back. He has a horse now. That's going to be interesting. Kira,
Yes,
are you here?
I am present.
A.
Groceries are put away.
Quick little entertainment here. We're going to pick back up at the tavern. Clint is going to be arriving in a bit. He's on his way. A lot faster now. But he is still a bit away. Okie doke. So, does Whist approach?
Yeah, Wista's gonna approach. She's a little slow about it, but she does sit down in her seat, which has been empty for some time now, I imagine. And as she does, she takes a breath and she goes, Sparkle's there, right?
Yes, Sparkle is sitting, and she has her chin propped up on her little strawberry pincushion plushie, and she is sipping from a fairy/doll sized cup.
Asteria psychs herself up a bit visibly. Sparkle, nice to see you again on this side of the Feywild.
Let me see. Ashley and Rosette would see Sparkle sip, 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 freeze, slow turn to look at Whist. Slowly place the mug down on the bar. Turn to Ashley. He's turn back to Whist. It's Uh, hi! Whist, right?
Wist's exhausted eyes light up for once. Aye, Wist! Yeah, that's me, Wisteria!
Right. Hi. You're here. Hi. What does that mean?
Wist holds out her hands. Don't you worry. I'm not here to cause any trouble. I'm just doing.
I'm not here for trouble either. I don't want trouble. I don't like trouble. I am allergic to trouble. Actually, like really, really allergic to trouble.
I'm just doing a wee spot of vacation work.
That's wait. This whole time you've been here?
Didn't go telling the others, but
I'm not gonna. I don't talk to people. I don't talk to anyone. I don't talk. I don't know how to talk. I can't.
Is it talking to people your entire job?
That is well. I'm kind of unemployed at the moment.
You're what?
She means she's on the run for Titania as well. So I wanted you two to meet.
Mysteria lets out just the biggest breath of relief and
Huh?
just smacks her forehead with a hand. Well, why didn't you say that from the get-go?
Well, I was going to. That's why I was gonna have her wake up and talk to you about it.
You had me so afeard.
You think I'm gonna let you speak to somebody who might rat you out?
Oh, I didn't know you.
I did tell you I'm on the run from Titania, correct?
You did. You did. Mysteria just nods a few times, kind of shrieks. It's a bit. I'm sorry. It's a reflex.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm not offended.
Uh, can I have the honey wine now?
I will pour her a small tall cup of honey wine.
Sip. She downs it so quickly.
Oh, I guess you fairies are alike.
It's. Is that a bad thing? Am I doing something wrong?
No, you're not doing something wrong. I was just noticing that when Wisteria drinks, she also just downs it in one gulp, is all.
Because you can get more drinks and Sparkle, you understand, don't you?
Well, the more I have, the better it tastes, and I really like the sugar in the honey wine, and it's really, really, really good, and I really like the taste of it, and the sugar is it's really good.
Okay, but she says she can't get drunk, so why can you get drunk?
She tilts her head. It's like, I don't know if I'm drunk. I know I'm really, really hyper on the sugar because the sugar is it's really good. You should really try this. It's really, really delicious. I don't know
So
why
it's
we
a
don't have honey wine over
sugar
there.
rush?
It's
Okay, well,
I
you're
don't
not
really
allowed
drink
to have any more honey wine. You're drinking water from now on.
what? No. She like hides her mug behind her.
We're putting
No,
you on a water diet.
it's really good though. And we don't have this. I've never had this before. We don't have honey wine. I don't know why we don't have honey wine. It's so good.
Doesn't make any sense. Why don't we have it?
Because I think there's no bees in the Feywild.
Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm fairly certain. I knew a bee, Faye.
Yeah, a bee Fey, but not an actual bee. There is a difference.
Well, I think we do have, like, bees. They just don't really make honey. They just make poison.
Well, that must be the Fey version of bees then.
Right, but you can't take the honey one. I need it. It's really good, and it's mine.
Okay, but we're gonna regulate it from now on.
But Liv gave me a whole bottle. He said it was mine.
Oh, he did he? Well, that's not my responsibility then. Thayer can yell at him.
You hear the sound of drink making stop. He's like, so you can't take it. It's mine,
Okay.
and
Okay,
okay.
I'm not gonna take it away, but we are gonna regulate it. You can't just down it all at once, alright?
But I only have like a couple glasses, and it's small glasses because I'm small, and it's good.
You get a glass when you wake up and a glass when you go to bed. Actually, no, you get a glass when you wake up and a glass at dinner. You don't get a glass when you go to bed. That's just a recipe for disaster.
As this is happening, Wisteria slides the guidebook over to Rosette and like just points to her glass.
Oh my god.
This is like a 10-year outdated guidebook to
What's
water
the guidebook
deep.
to
It's
water
a guide,
deep?
yeah, it's like shops and stuff, things to do in water deep.
How out of
Perfect
date is
time for
it?
me to be back.
Yeah,
It's 10 years out of date.
10 years out of date. Where the fuck did she get it?
Somebody gave it to her.
Ashley has been gone for 10 years.
To him, that's all accurate information.
Yeah. Wait, you mean
Rosette
that
looks
farm
at the
isn't
book.
there anymore?
Rosette looks between the book and Wisteria. He just kind of pours the drink slowly.
The second that she's done pouring it, as Ashley and Sparkle are talking in the background, Wisteria is clearly downing a drink at that speed.
I feel like Rosette would put her hand on it before sliding it over and sign. Oh, fuck, you don't know. No, you do know.
Yeah, she does. She does.
She does. Okay. She signs. Try slow. Just this once.
Wisteria squints down at the glass, squints at Rosette, then kind of tilts the glass to her lips, and it's a very robotic movement. It's almost not, it's not like she's drinking it slowly. She does a fast one, but she only drinks half of it, and she puts it back down. She just kind of holds it in her mouth for a little bit too before she swallows.
That counts. Kinda.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad, that.
Sometimes it's worth it to savor the taste. She'll smile and top up the drink for her.
This time,
humoring her.
this time she will finish it all in one go again.
She tried.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is happening over here at the bar. Over here at the gambling table, Fala has rejoined the group. And Farah, I'd like you to roll gambling.
Oh boy,
It is
oh
easiest
boy.
here.
I'm dealing with some pain at the moment. But yes.
Oh shit! No, if you're good, You'd rather just like move back to other shit. It's all good.
Yeah, we just like we'll
Mhm.
we'll hand wave the gambling for tonight because
Mhm.
I've got some things going on. I'm here
Okay, all good. Okay, all good. Then do 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 do. And let me. I will say that after the night of gambling, hand waved away, uh, the house takes home 45 gold, and Fala wins. They are very happy.
though. Make back some of that money.
Hmm. Plus 45. And as the gambling group settles down for the night, it's getting late. Any last things you guys want to do and prep? Oh yeah, Clint arrives
I should say Clint arrives on a horse.
on a horse
The door.
through the door.
Well, he probably can't fit the horse and himself on the horse's back in the door,
Hmm.
but you will hear a knock, and then Clint would have the horse right up to the door.
If he tries to fit a horse through the fucking front door, Feyre will yell at him from across the bar.
You can see the horse, like the door opens, and you see just the legs of a horse, and then Clint leans down way far from the side and just goes, "Look what I found!"
Why do you have a horse?
Oh, I found it. Oh, I think it's a ghost from my past, but like not Liff style ghost, like a normal ghost. In that it's alive. I named him
What?
Clyde. He helped me get my hat back.
Oh, okay then. Good to meet you, Clyde.
Those signs, more pecs, raised eyebrow.
I forgot Clint would have Winslow with him, who I imagine he has been like gripping tight. And he will dismount Clyde and set Winslow down on the ground so Winslow can scurry off.
Winslow walks forward 5 feet and then plops.
Good boy, Winslow.
Winslow actually takes refuge under this table right here.
Then immediately Clint turns around and just goes, "Well, Clyde, I need to get you set up with a stable. And also like a water thing and some food stuff."
Well, I can show you where I keep the carriage and my horses that go with that. You can dock them along with those.
Perfect. Horse buddies.
Did you just say dock
Horse
a
buddies.
horse?
Clint,
I stand by what I said. I stand by what I said.
can Clyde fit in the door without Clint riding on his back?
No.
I will say that he can, however, Feyre's very tactical positioning lets her see the door.
You would see
So
Clint
she will
like
see this.
he has jumped down from the horse and let Winslow down, and then he looks back and is just like, "Cool," and then goes to lead Clyde, and there is a very obvious intent of him trying to lead Clyde in.
Feyre sees the fucking nose of a horse poke through the door, and you just immediately hear across the fucking bar, Clint, rather you're going to take that horse back outside.
Oh, but he might get cold.
Outside.
Well, then everyone has to come and introduce himself. And he will lead the horse back outside.
There's a gate to the backyard where you guys have a stable where Ashley has kept the carriage and horses.
It's not as fun as the back door.
There's a stable for the horses and then a stable for the dogs.
Yep.
Multiple stables.
Yeah, did we forget to mention that, Kira? This is also technically a dog bar. So there
A
are
what?
12 massive dogs, plus the
Yeah,
corgi
it's also-
and the bulldog wandering around.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
a dog cafe. We have 12 puppies.
I
My
forget
God.
that's the gimmick, but I can't remember if we tried to rename Troll Skull Manor into like Dog Skull Manor or something. I don't think we did.
We discussed it, but Liv was not happy.
Amy is all for pun names. Liv.
Liv will die before we rename
Amy
this
controls
baby.
Liv.
Liv was already mad about us turning the fucking the tavern, into a dog cafe tavern. That was going to be a fight for another day if we were going to talk about renaming it.
A haunted dog cafe tavern.
Yeah, haunted dog cafe tavern.
And in.
And
in.
Yep.
Haunted Dog Cafe Bar Tavern Inn. What a
AKA,
combination.
AKA Troll Skull Manor.
New name pending.
See, we don't get to have the gimmick of having the fucking portal to hell like the Yawning Tavern, or the Yawning Portal, whatever the fuck it is. So, we're just gonna go with everything else.
We have to have like 4 other gimmicks.
Do you have an all-you-can-eat buffet?
No, we do have
No.
a lot of pastries, though.
Yeah.
We do
I
have
feel-
pastries from a grandma that makes them for us.
I feel like a buffet would really complete things.
We'll talk about it. We'll add it to the list.
It's a pastry buffet.
Yeah,
A bakery.
a bakery, you might say.
An all-you-can-eat bakery. That's unique. Put it on the
They're
list.
gonna eat like 4 rolls and then get stuffed.
It's all part of the plan.
Feyre will go outside and meet the horse once she has finished the gambling.
Yeah,
He shows you the
gambling's
inscription to show you that it is not him becoming, or it is not him making up a name out of nowhere. The name obviously has a C in it, so he went with Clyde.
Can I try to piece out more letters of it?
done. Roll investigation. Either one of you, now that Clint has like some time.
Heh. Feyre's not a
Then
smart woman.
Investigation, not intimidation.
Oh, whoops.
You're not going to intimidate the nameplate.
Tell me your secrets, nameplate, or else.
It's the same bonus. I just now noticed. So, if you want to let me keep the 8, that is fair. That would be a fair roll.
Yeah, I'll just take the reroll. Because I already started typing. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna fucking... We're gonna go with, what's it fucking called again? Shit. Hangman style. Alright.
What? Oh, so like we'll get a letter.
No. I don't want you to
C blank
underscore.
blank something.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's underscoring shit.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna go this. I'm just gonna...
You can use
Okay.
X's.
Thank you. Because I'm trying to figure out how to fucking do this, but Discord has its own fucking thingies, you know?
Yeah,
Has
because every
markdown,
time
yeah.
you do the underscore, it wants to italicize or underline it.
Yeah, I can't do asterisks either. I can do zeros. Probably.
Probably.
Those look like O's. Fuck it, I want to do fucking brackets. I want to do a line. Straight line. Let me see. You got a 22. Okay. Sorry, I have a math for this. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2. Okay. Fuck, I forgot how to count. We got 1, 2, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 1, 2. Okay. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'll make her start all over again. Stop it.
Shut the fuck up.
Just now realizing I don't think Feyre really knows how to ride a horse.
You gotta turn those sea legs into horse legs or something.
Does Clint actually say that?
Well, provided she tells him she doesn't know how to ride a horse.
C something A something.
C something, A something.
Each line is a letter.
So it could Clint like looks at it a little bit closer and is like, it could be Clade? Just Clyde, but with an A instead of a Y.
No response from the horse.
We'll figure it out later. Hat the horse. Until then, it's Clyde.
So you're just saying you found this thing in the city with lowrider?
Well, yeah. I was chasing my hat, and, well, I slipped. But I saw something. A funny something. And, well, he showed up to save me. Just in time, no less. I would have been pavement paced if he hadn't.
And he didn't go looking for his rider? Especially if you consider think this is a horse from your past?
I think the rider might be gone. Can't prove that, though.
Charlie. Stop messaging about Charlie. Now you're making me go down that fucking YouTube trap.
Z, you're in a scene. Focus.
No.
Yeah, Charlie the Unicorn.
This is a horse. It's not even a unicorn.
It's magical
Close enough.
Leopardon.
God, I fucking hate that.
Here you go, Amy, for later.
Okay.
It's magical. Oh. Wow. Feyre just kind of tilts her head slightly. What's making you think she's Oh, he is gone.
Mm, I can't say. I think it's something with my gut. It might just be indigestion. But I learned to trust my gut, even when I do have indigestion.
Does he seem at all troubled by these thoughts?
By the thought of the person in his like flashbacks,
Yes.
he definitely seems. It's the closest you can get to like. I think like forlorn is probably the most approximate emotion to what he would feel. There's a sort of like it's sorrow because he's missing something and sorrow because he thinks something bad happened. So it's kind of twofold.
Figure just kind of files that away and looks towards the others, because I'm assuming the others came out to meet the horse. Or not.
Make the
It's for them
horse.
to decide. Do you want to go meet a horse?
Is the bar closed?
It's starting to close.
If you don't meet the horse, Clint is going to be a little annoyed, but he'll also expect you to just meet the horse later.
Yeah.
Because Clint is not a punctual person. So if you decide to meet the horse later, he won't be upset.
I'll say it's getting late enough that the bar is starting to close. Last call has happened.
As long as there's not going to be people suspicious of the ghosty, Rosette will meet the horse.
Wisteria will come along after downing her last drink, of course, and paying for it with a bauble, which I can roll for if you would like, but it's a bauble.
I want you to keep track of all the baubles you have rolled and put it in the whist chat.
All right.
Like,
Sure.
just have it all in like a single message for me, like a list, and then pin it so I can reference shit later on.
All right, sounds good.
Because you're just adding it to my fucking NPC inventory.
Oh god.
We're just gonna start throwing them at people.
Yep. Yeah. It's late enough, things are winding down enough that you are able to step away. Last call has happened. At this point in time, Finny and Liv can take care of the bar.
So we are meeting the horse and then heading out.
Mm-hmm. And pre-close has started.
Fair. Definitely looks a little less comfortable around the horse than she has been thus far with other animals.
Clint looks like weirdly proud. He hasn't done anything, but he is very proud of this horse.
Horse is doing horse things.
Rosette wants to pet horse. Is this acceptable?
I will say that the horse, while outside in the backyard at the stable, there's like enough space for it to like roam around. The horse does not leave Clint's side. It's standing exactly like to the right of Clint. Or like nibbling on like the grass right next to Clint's shoes.
I thought you were gonna say nibbling on Clint's shoe. Which, I don't think he ever got a replacement.
They would have gotten him a fucking replacement.
He got some new kicks.
They wouldn't let fucking Clint, as weird and strange as Clint already is, wander around with only one shoe.
This tavern has actual food, not just pastries, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, my! I'm getting carrots for all the horses.
Oh,
Good snack. Or that will hand like 2 or 3 large carrots to Clint.
So if you're not certain about 100% certain, at the very least, about this friend, co-worker, former acquaintance of yours, are you wanting to find out about him?
I'd like to. And I think it was probably a friend of mine. Kind of bummed I can't remember. This is one of those things that I can't remember that I wish I did. A lot of the time, I just kind of shrug and move on.
Oh God. Hi, Hazel. Do you have any idea where to start on that?
Nope.
Okay then. What does this friend of yours look like?
Just with a rough approximation of of Maya, he will. If I can't do it justice, we have a picture, but he describes, just she's about yay high, and she has long black hair. Kind of 10. Real strong looking. I think this was her horse.
Does he know the name Maya?
I think he does.
yes, he does.
And I'm assuming that rings absolutely no bells to the rest of us.
Let me double check. Because as far as I'm aware, no. There should not be any bells that ring here. Let me just go through everyone's fucking backstories real quick. No. None bell.
Well, I guess we'll
None
have
bell.
to keep an eye out for somebody like that then.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully they show up soon. And he looks at the horse, and there is like more of that kind of distant, sad, but like hopeful vibe.
Where is Clint holding the horse? Is Clint touching the horse at all or no?
Yeah, he pets the horse, kind of
Okay.
strokes the horse like around the neck and back of the mane.
Where you're touching the horse, feels like normal horse, but like you feel the amulet once again warm against your chest. And as you're stroking the horse, where you make contact with it with your hand, it also warms. As if, those like it's kind of like the same heat of those like little disposable hand warmers. Where it's very noticeable but doesn't hurt at all. And it's almost comforting.
Hmm. Clint like feels it and kind of scrunches his mouth for a second. And then he'll reach down and take Farah's hand and then put her hand where his was on the horse so that she is feeling the horse. And then he'll look at Farah and be like, "Do you feel anything?"
Fair lets him move her hand and just kind of like very confused.
She feels a horse.
She just like blinks and looks over at Clint and then looks at her hand and looks back at Clint. What am I supposed to be feeling? I feel hair and muscle and a very large animal.
Hmm. He scrunches his mouth. I I can't really describe it, but it's sort of like a cozy feeling, you know?
Maybe it's just some part of your brain trying to playing nice because you actually have something you remember now.
Scratches his chin and just goes, maybe. And he looks back at the horse and, like, there's nothing magic about this horse, right? Nothing obviously magic, like no inscriptions or maybe like
I
I don't know
shall
how much
remind that Feyre does have the magic eyes.
magic eyes.
Those magic eyes. Keep forgetting about those.
Mm.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Just wait until she gets true sight and can see through
Shut the
the.
fuck up. Don't give her ideas. Magic. Fucking. She sees magic. Is that what it is?
It acts as detect magic.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. The same magic, that's surrounding Clint's amulet. This horse is fucking soaked in it.
So an illusion magic?
Not illusion.
Abjuration or transmutation? I can't remember what it was.
No.
Or is it like the type of magic as in like divine / arcane /
It's
nature-y?
technically supposed to be school of magic, but if there's not a school of magic, then the
Vibe.
Yeah, vibe.
I will say it does have a touch of illusion magic, but there's also something else that now with this horse here, it's kind of like if you had a couple of different colors layered on top of each other.
Mm.
And this amulet had illusion and like transmutation on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're seeing it next to this horse, and you're noticing that there was a third color there that's different from all the other schools of magic, but it's a very unique color. And you see that the horse has like those same exact colors on it. It has the same school of magic the amulet has. It also has that same mysterious third thing that's not related to any school of magic.
Feyre, still like hand on the horse, looking at Clint, glances down at the metal on his chest and squints, and then looks over at the horse again, and will turn more properly to face Clint, and we'll preface it very quickly and abruptly. Ain't trying to take it, reach towards the necklace to pick it up and inspect it.
Whose?
Clint's.
Okay, sorry, that meant the horses, and I was like, this is important.
The horse has a necklace?
It has this fucking chest piece with its nameplate.
Oh.
Part of the saddle?
Mm-hmm. Which, also, by the way, I didn't mention it. The horse is bathed in this magic, but it's like saddle, and, let me look at the fucking horse chart here.
Bridle,
yes. The bridle, seems to be extra potent with that same kind of magic, just like the amulet is.
She'll like reach out to Clint's necklace, like pick it up, look at it, and then she starts doing very clearly the investigating thing, moving up under the horse and like poking at the saddle and bridle a little bit. Can she slide a hand underneath the saddle, like between the saddle and the horse?
What is her intention here?
To be nosy.
As in, she wants to remove it, or is she just touching it?
She's just touching it for right now.
Okay. Yeah, she can slide her hand under it.
You have a way about finding all the weird shit, don't you?
Clint just like thinks about that for a second, and then nods and like he looks also very proud of himself for finding the weird shit. Oh, I like the weird shit.
Just like peek over the top of the horse at Clint. She's worked her way around to the other side. This horse and all the shit on it. Same shit as is on that little necklace of yours you're so protective of.
Same stuff. Huh. He looks at his necklace and in an almost unconscious gesture, he will like start to pull it off and as if he's going to pull it off and then put it back onto the horse, like where it belongs. But he stops and keeps the necklace on, and he just looks at the horse and looks down at the necklace. What do you reckon it means?
Where we got the necklace this horse came from, too. And whatever the fucking necklace is doing, at least some of it, I imagine, is going on with this horse.
I wish there was an easier way to figure this stuff out.
I saw that unmute, Kira.
Oh, I was just making sure that my typing sounds weren't coming through on the mic.
I thought you were going to say something.
I mean, I imagine Wisteria's just been, like, studying this horse on an animal level this whole time, you know?
Mm.
Just appraising the horse, basically.
While, like, Clint looks over and sees Wisteria appraising and just slaps the side of his head and just goes, "Oh my gosh, I haven't introduced you." And he gestures to, still calling it Clyde. He's like, "Clyde, this is Feyre. And that's Wisteria. And that's Rosette. And this is Ashley. Where's Sprinkle?"
Probably sneaking more honey wine.
I think if permitted, Wisteria can have Sprinkle on her shoulder. Also, yes, having snuck her some honey wine.
If you snuck her honey wine, she will be on your shoulder.
100% then. Wisteria holds out her hand as if she expects the horse to shake it. And when it does not, she kind of withdraws her hand. Right, human horse, not a fey horse, but bonny horse indeed.
You say Bonnie horse, and Clyde, or Clint nods and just goes, "She's actually Clyde."
Aye, a Clyde horse then.
The entire time this is happening, Feyre is running her hand and fingers under every part of the saddle and harness that she can get, trying to see if there's some sort of, like... There's been enough weird shit. Fucking Clint won't take his necklace off. Rosette can't take her necklace off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Is this shit gonna, like, magically be locked in some position somewhere?
A feeling under it, you don't feel it. It's not like attached to the horse's skin, like Rosette's necklace is.
And the horse doesn't seem to react much.
The tail kind of like flicks a bit when Farah's hands get near the buckles, but as her hands slide past them, the slight anxiety eases. Goes back to munching on carrot Rosette has provided.
Are you alright, lass? Are you one of those horse fanciers?
Feyre, like, doesn't seem to realize Wisteria is talking to her at first, and then she freezes. And her head just snaps around. Just, fuck no. This, look, so we haven't told you all the weird shit going on with him. And she, like, points very, very firmly towards Clint.
Oh, I'm real weird. He waves.
You see that shiny on his chest? He won't take it off. And it's magic and it's doing some shit to him.
I can help with that, but we'll need to negotiate a new contract. I only signed on for the one cursed necklace.
And Feyre just kind of like waves her hand, points at the shiny again. That shiny on his chest. This horse fucking reeks of it.
Wisteria looks between the two and she'll start with the necklace and try to get some insight into it. I don't know how, out of character, but she'll try. She'll give it a look.
Wist is a cleric.
Yeah.
Can roll. Let me see the skill list real quick. Can roll me. You can roll me either Arcana, Investigation, or Religion.
Investigation. You know, surprisingly, I don't have religion trained, so I'm gonna go with investigation.
Mhm.
14. Not very good.
Better than average, though.
The rolls have been real swingy tonight.
Real swingy. Alright. Wist, you can see that this necklace does have runes carved into it. And not your domain the fucking slightest. But it does have religious symbols carved into it. On the outer edges of it. Kind of hidden into the pattern and design of it.
Wisteria scrunches her face, adjusts her glasses. Do you keep to any particular religion, lad?
For Clint, he like he just blinks for a second. Me? Well, nothing in particular.
And where did you find this?
Well, the horse found me, and I woke up with this on.
Huh.
You see, I woke up in a ditch without some of my memories. I remember some other ones, pretty clear. Just the most recent stuff.
You weren't kidding about the weird. Oh, this is a religious token. You see the runes here? They're kind of snuck in. She points them out.
He just looks at them and nods, and tilts his head. Well, that's funny. I think one of my friends was a cleric.
then that would be the place to start, if you're asking me. But if you are asking me, we do need to work out the contract, she says.
Clint turns to Feyre and just goes, "Can we work out a contract?"
Feyre's just kind of like watching this exchange, and then looks at Clint, looks back at Wisteria. Well, dude, you didn't get any type of answers from Archer the other day. Thought you said you did.
Some answers, but I don't know what the symbol is.
And Feyre looks at Wisteria. I mean, I guess if you want to.
He nods his head.
Perhaps something to the tune of 3 drinks?
Oh, you drink too much.
I didn't drink that much.
Just give him my drink.
Man, I heard you saying that you drink really fast so you can get more drinks.
Aye? Is that a crime?
When you can't get drunk, yes.
Sounds like smart thinking.
Sounds like we'll be out of our fucking bar before too long. We keep giving away free drinks to everybody.
Well, just give her my drinks. I get free drinks, right?
How about you get a nice little handyman here? Gestures to Clint.
I do need a handyman. You wouldn't believe how fast some of the equipment breaks. Especially that tosser with the apples. He just blundering all over the place.
Figure just sighs. He's a special one.
I'll have, can I have Wisteria also investigate the horse?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You can do the same roll.
21.
Ooh,
That's better.
with that hangman time, another letter is revealed. Do. Where's the thingy? You get something besides a letter, but this is also just a bonus. Boop.
Oh, an
Ooh.
inn. That's unexpected.
We're gonna end up fucking gambling over a fucking horse name.
You don't want fantasy hangman? With investigating the horse, you find religious symbols all over this fucking thing. If it was very subtly in the design of Clint's amulet, it's all over the saddle in like little detailing on the saddle stitching. It's in the very like small bits on the bridle. And with that in mind, this is peace domain.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Whose domain?
Peace domain.
Peace domain.
I just go by vibes. I don't know the lore of actual deities.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to give you the domain. It's peace domain.
So cool. That's so cool. I'm just gonna ooh and ah about it. It's so cool. Look at that exhausted ass fucking. I love it. Thank you.
And so you got another letter.
Mhm.
You got the domain, and you also notice that like as you're investigating, you see like the buckle, and it looks normal, but as you go to investigate the little detailing like carved into the metal of the buckle, you notice that like the buckle isn't budging. So the saddle, from Favor's investigation, the saddle itself is not glued on to the horse. However, the buckle won't open. And you deduce the bridle, the buckle, the reins, none of this can be removed. However, it's not glued against the horse's skin.
Wisteria takes a breath, sets her hands on, just sort of like the front of her hips. Well, Clyde, I think you're cursed.
Clint immediately frowns. Hey, we're paying you. Why are you calling my horse cursed?
Because I'm a doctor and I'm describing what I see here. Now, you see these runes here. All of this is a peace domain. Aye?
He blinks and looks at it, nods.
That's all well and good. I imagine maybe you know a cleric of the peace domain. All of them are fine. A bit boring, but fine. But this buckle, right here, she points to it, there's no moving. I can't undo it.
And you see, as she fiddles with it to show that it won't budge, the horse's tail flicks again in like agitation, and it kind of shuffles a bit, a little closer to Clint.
When it shuffles closer to Clint, Clint will like let it run right up next to him and just pat it. Peace domain, huh?
Aye,
There's
peace
not like
domain.
a registry of them, is there? A place where all their names are written down?
I could do some asking for you.
That would be mighty kind of you.
Of course, you will be needed to, clean up just a couple bedpans. Call it a day. Cleaning bedpans. Aye?
Clint, not really knowing what that entails, just like shrugs and just goes, sure. Or, I mean, aye aye. He'll wink.
Wisteria nods, grins, takes a notepad out, and begins scribbling out a simple contract to this effect.
In
Slides it
exchange-
over to Clint.
In exchange for helping with your cursed necklace number 2, random chores.
Exactly.
Clint, thinking about a bedpan, was like, why would you put your bed in a pan? That's stupid.
Oh my god.
What a precious brain empty cowboy.
Knows a lot of hard factual information. Doesn't know a lot about what to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Angelo is.
He's really good at math.
Yeah.
Feyre just kind of like is watching all of like this interaction, arms crossed. So this is less so that the horse itself is cursed, more that the shit on the horse is cursed.
Aye, it's the buckle.
Looks at horse. Could we just cut it off?
But I like his little buckle. It suits him.
You're supposed to be. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be taking all that shit off of them every night anyway.
Wisteria nods. She's got the right of it. You're not supposed to leave a horse and all that. They didn't like it.
Does the horse look uncomfortable?
That's assuming the horse understands common.
Does the horse understand common?
Well,
Roll
even
insight.
even without us like talking like about it, a horse that gets like a horse can get uncomfortable in their tack. They get
I do
Oh, I thought
believe
you meant with the
fidgety.
conversation.
No,
No.
Okay.
With all the gear. Like,
Oh,
does the
okay.
horse look uncomfortable with all the gear on and want to take it
Horse
off?
is vibing.
That's about what I figured. Clint looks at it, like, assesses and nods, just goes, for bedtime. And he will try to, like, calmly, carefully, remove the, like, all of the barding and gear from the horse. I think barding is the word I was thinking of.
yeah, because girding is the fucking belly wrap.
Got another horse chart for us?
No, just a
Okay.
fact. Girding
Oh,
is
I
more
saw you
horse charts.
typing. Yeah, I saw you typing, and I thought maybe another horse chart.
no. I'm typing something
Okay.
else.
Okay. It doesn't budge. In fact, the horse looks a little, like, agitated.
Well, guess it's not bedtime yet. Past the horse and leaves the girding, leaves it all alone.
Facepalm.
What? You heard the man.
Is your fucking cursed horse?
We'll be cursed together. Pats the horse.
You lot are very casual about your curses, aren't you?
We live in a fucking manor with a ghost.
There's a ghost in that manor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but he's nice.
Don't try to do nothing to him. We will kick you out.
I'll not do anything to him. It's just, I've never met a ghost.
Oh, you'll like Liff. Everybody likes Liff.
Fair just like kind of like arms to the side, like shrug, like yeah. Now we got a cursed horse. Cursed cowboy. Fucking engagement ring curse over here. Gestures towards Rosette. Cursed by Titania over here. Gestures towards Ashley. And Devil Spa. Gestures to herself. Don't think you're gonna be much more cursed than this bunch.
All we need now are cursed weapons, maybe cursed armor.
Nope. We are not gonna wish that upon ourselves. We already have enough trouble.
Do they make cursed guns?
You do not need it.
At least we're all in good company.
Cursed company.
We are not going to go seeking out any more curses. We already get enough from stupid decisions.
Clint does not look like he is not going to, or Clint looks like he is going to immediately be willing to go and look out cursed things.
Pharaoh walks around the horse, flicks the fucking. She will like flick the like bill of Clint's hat up a little bit, casting Presto on it to like clean it up because I imagine it's a little dirty from its foray through the streets of Waterdeep. You are not bringing nothing cursed. You are to brung fucking cursed horse to our manor. We don't need another thing. But anyway, I imagine it's probably Ashley's turn to bring something cursed in here. And she'll just turn towards Wisteria and just like, again, gesture around the group. Welcome to troll skull.
Mysteria looks around with a small smile. She goes, I've been alive for centuries now, and I didn't say this lightly. I believe this is the most interesting group I've ever met.
I'm going to take that as a compliment. I really hope it was a compliment, because if it's not, you better turn around and go ahead and leave before you get cursed too.
Better
Wisteria,
than being boring.
Wisteria
Right.
nods. She's like very intensely nodding. She goes, "Oh no, it's a huge compliment. This is why I left."
Yeah, that's about to get a lot more interesting because we're about to go fight some demons.
Well, if any of you need any healing, I'll be right there with you.
Glad to have you on the team. Slap her on the back.
Wisteria has 8 strength and 9 con.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's gonna bruise.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that like it visibly like knocks the breath out of her a little bit. And she sort of stumbles. Oh, you're got a lot of strength in that arm, don't you?
Fair
Looks at
just
his arm.
Fair blinks. All right, new note for the party. Nobody touch the cleric here without anything more than a little breath of a touch.
Don't breathe too hard on the cleric.
Yeah, Wisteria has 26 health, by the way.
Oh no. I just felt
Squishy as
myself
hell.
die.
It's fine, 'cause we'll just heal. It's fine.
We got a healer. You can't. Come on, come on. We got a healer. That's great. That's great news.
Fair just kind of like crosses her arms and like single eye squinting at Wisteria. As long as you live and you still stumbling all over the place with a little bit of wind like that.
Well, back home it wasn't really an issue. We always had horses, and my pa's employer was very good about making sure that I was always mounted, so it wasn't really a... It's just here, I have to do so much walking.
We'll have to see about some of the things we use on the ships. Put a little bit of hair on your chest, a little bit of pep in your step. Maybe we'll
Hair?
get you a little bit stronger than that.
You're welcome to try. I'd be curious to see if it affects my physiology.
Were you trying to say something, Amy?
Nope. Continue. This is great. I have my chips.
Farah just shrugs slightly. Well, worked on tieflings and humans and elves and goblins and a couple of other things, so don't see why I wouldn't.
If it works on elves, we're not very different from them. It's just they have a bit of a whimsy, she says, but she sounds not impressed by it.
Pretty sure you just need magic. Farah will wiggle her fingers, and there's a little bit of frost that comes up on her fingers.
But it must be a particular kind of magic, Wisteria says.
Hmm.
Maybe something from another world that affect you?
There's a thought, she says.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are going to be going to look around for any magic from another world anytime soon, especially not with some uninvited magic from another world that you wearing around your neck.
Just putting it on the table. Eventually.
You sign eventually, and you get this look from Farah. That's very much like, bitch, what?
I mean, she's older than most of us, I assume.
I mean, did you say she's been around for what, centuries now? But also, ain't the freaking wherever you from time work weird?
She's talking to Wisteria there?
Yeah.
Oh, aye, in human terms, but there's no debate about how many. It's quite a few centuries, she says. I could probably track it down if I tried, but best is just say I'm old. Older than any right to be.
So you a grandma?
The grin comes back. If you're wanting to call me that, I suppose I can't argue.
Figure just kind of smirks and shakes her head. Oh, this is definitely a weird fucking group. And she just like claps her hands together, kind of rubs them together. All right, let's go try to find whatever this fucking thing is that we're gonna have to go kill tonight before it gets any later. I would like to actually get to bed before the sun rises today. And preferably without another spelljammer crashing on our heads.
I thought that was cool. I'd be down for more spelljammer crashing.
Didn't you almost drown?
Looks down at his missing foot, or missing boot foot. Sorta.
So let's not root for any more spelljammer crashing or any more. Oh, whatever the fuck that was. I don't like that. I did not like that thing. They kept popping up other people all over the place, and it just was not a good time. And also, you still need to learn how to fucking climb down. You can climb up, you need to be able to climb back your ass back down to the ground.
I'll get there eventually. Right after this breaks. He holds up the grappling hook.
Or right after one of us take that from you.
He hides it from you in the same way that he hides the necklace. It's like, no.
All right. And with that, I think is a good place to end today's session.
Mm.
We're going to pick up next time after you guys are searching the city for the next monster.
That sounds like fun.